Here's Chase. He, his leg is 99.5% healed. He's got that final crusty scab on the actual wound. However, in the last 2 bandagings, he started to develop a rub on the point of the knee. So, in a really bad spot, just started to rub from his moving around. So today I unbandaged it for the last time. I'm not bandaging it again. I'm not going to keep this sore from healing. It is just a sore, and it is absolutely unrelated. But it's I need it to scab over today just to make sure that it's got some kind of protective scab on it. Obviously I'm going to put something on it to dress it, but I'm not going to wrap it again. We're done wrapping, but I got to give him at least one more day in, make sure that gets some kind of protective cover on it from natural sources of scabbing over, and then he likes his belly rubbed. Kind of funny for a horse who hates being touched. He likes his belly rubbed. You gotta bring me the whole thing. I'm not just doing. How about your front end? I prefer like all of you. Can I have all of you first? Chase. I don't want just your butt. I don't. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's the right way to do it. This is a horse who would take your head off if you touched him cross. When he first got here, he still threatens, but can you step back? Back. Chase. Back. He lost his focus, so he probably forgot what he was asking me for anyway. Yeah, you could do that, Ken. So, we're just gonna kind of stroll around and kind of work out. He developed a little bit of bandage paralysis. So he believed he couldn't bend his leg, and that was scaring me. So I reduced it to a smaller bandage to try to help him believe he can bend it. And in doing so, it created a little more mobility of the knee, which then caused the bandage itself to create a sore. So that's the only thing that's left, is that sore. Just want it to develop some kind of scabbing, and then hopefully he'll go out this week. I'm thankful for how patient he's been. He's really kind of taken it in stride. What I would do is I would take him out of his normal stall and put him into the Clydesdale stall for the day. We called that turnout. And then in the evening, prior to going back into his stall, I'd set up the whole barn and get everybody ready for dinner. So he would go into his stall as if he came in from turnout. And it seemed to work. It seemed to kind of convince him that he was getting something different. I had tried to let him out and wander the barn like we are right now, and it didn't even occur to me when he was having fun. I actually thought it was funny that he, his jumping from stall to stall and rolling in everybody's stall. Had not occurred to me that he would have popped stitches doing that. I know, like really, it didn't occur to you, but it didn't. So he popped 2 pretty crucial stitches, so that's why he's still in. It took a little bit longer to heal. And up being more, healing from the inside out as opposed to the stitches having done their job. My fault. So we're in the final stretch now. But he's been absolutely wonderful about it all, and I did make the mistake of taking him out and letting him just kind of, since it was looking better, letting him just kind of walk around in the round pen online, but just kind of stretch his feet and get a little view of the outdoors, and that ended up being a mistake, because I wish you'd ask nicer. I wish his face was nicer when he asks. He comes kind of like, almost worried though, I will say. His ears go more out to the side, like it's like he's worried about asking if he can get scratched, and it might just be because he's worried that I won't scratch him the way he wants. And he's a thin-skinned thoroughbred, so if you don't touch him the way he wants, he gets quite upset about it. No, that'll fall. No, okay. Make it fall, go ahead. Go ahead, make it fall. Go ahead, finish it. That's gonna make you think you're gonna go around and try all of them, aren't you? Itchy right there. See, now if I pull his blanket and say, okay, let's do a full grooming, he's gonna say, yeah, I'm out of here. He doesn't want a full scratching. Scratch. But I can unveil him for you to see that it looks good. It looks good. Ouch. Yeah, you're not gonna want me to brush you, are you? Because you don't actually like it. He'll switch his tail and threaten to kick me in a second, because he's not somebody who enjoys good scratches. He's probably gonna leave now. Now watch, see, so he still has his issues, you'll see. He'll switch his tail and pick up this hind with the white on it. Unless he's itchy enough that it's okay today. He should start to get mad in a second. Oh, I'm impressed, buddy. I'm pretty impressed that you're not threatening to kick me right now. This part's not getting the itchies off yet. Last horse I brushed with this was white. Great. Wow. Might even be enjoying it a little bit. Yeah, you enjoying it a little bit? Can't keep you unblanketed today though, buddy. It's like, oh, don't open me. How's that feel? You want that back on? Well, if you ever decided to follow Chase's story, as far as just how he felt about being groomed when we first met him, to, oh, now I'm getting mad, okay. Pushing my luck now. left it with him. We're still joining. But you would see that that would have been a really stupid thing to try to do. Maybe try to groom him while he's free, for sure. Yeah. Does it feel good not having that on for a second? Yeah. Not that warm out though. It's not that warm out. I'm gonna have to put that back on. In fact, put that one back on. There, go for a walk. Go for a walk. I love all my horses know I'm supposed to put my head in something when I see one of those things. I have one horse who, that's the first thing he learned how to do, was to put a blanket on. So now anytime he sees a blanket, he goes crazy trying to get his head in a hole, because I never undo the chest straps. I always put them up over their heads. And that was the first thing he learned how to do, and he was so proud of himself because he thoroughly believed that he had done what was being expected of him. And so now, still to this day, he's 15, 14 and a half, 15. He goes crazy trying to get his head in the... Come here. Stand a little bit further now. Now you have the lights on in here. Let me turn more lights I have no idea what I look like. I'm just out in here just doing horsey stuff. Not here for video purposes, really. Right? So this is where we're at with Chase. So close. So close. When I tickle you, sorry. Don't put your nose in it, silly. Put your nose in it. It's been a long road, huh? It's been a long road. You're ready. He's even got borium on, because the farrier came finally after he was kind of okay to bend his knee to have the farrier change his shoes for him. Changed him to borium, and he's been inside with borium shoes on. Don't poop down there. Don't poop down there. What do you hear? There either. Where you planning on pooping? Go in the stall. Oh, I should have. I don't give treats from my hand. He knows it came from me, you know. See? He doesn't think that I didn't give it to him. You're welcome. But yet he doesn't have to mug me every time he sees me because he thinks there's going to be a cookie in my pocket. My horses don't look for cookies on people. The vet that actually, she was a surgeon that fixed his eye. She was just visiting after, everything was said and done. She was just kind of looking at the rest of the horses, And she said to one of my horses, like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy, I don't have any cookies. I said, oh, he wouldn't be looking for cookies on you. And she's like, oh, he wouldn't? I said, no, my horse don't get cookies by hand. And she was like, oh, that's so great. She thought that was the greatest thing in the world. She's like, I wish more barns would do that. Oh, that's so great. Yep. I don't have muggers. They don't think you have cookies. They don't think you have cookies, do they? No. They come in, if they hear cookies, they go right to their bowl, right to their bucket. Right? But I have to get ready, buddy. No, leave it alone, don't mess with that. You gotta let it air out. I think that's just like a rub the fur off enough till it bled, you know? So I think that should scab up pretty good today without really risking it turning into anything else. And then I think even if you were to bump future scabs on that, we're not really in danger of that becoming anything. Right now it's still a little, like, because I just unwrapped it, so it's still a little, like, wet from, you know, being bloody. So everything I keep trying to put on it is not staying on it yet. So, gotta let it dry up a little bit today and then. Alright, dude. I gotta go. So, you're not wandering around for somebody who, let's go pull. Come on. So as you can see, he's walking pretty good. Like I said, he developed kind of what they call bandage paralysis, and he kind of was convinced that that leg doesn't bend. So he had me a little worried that I, wrap something too tight. Was I doing damage to his tendons through wrapping it? So I'm glad to see he's really kind of using it today. I want to formally say thank you to his previous owner, his breeder, for contributing to his vet bills. That was extremely generous of you and very thoughtful and unprompted, and very, very grateful for the contribution towards a very hefty medical expense. But I just want you to know it was extremely appreciated. And as you can see, he's in good hands. It was a freak accident, but he's happy, healthy, and not nearly as angry as he was. We're still, taking everything slow with him as far as getting him to turn into a riding horse, but I'm so convinced that once he figures out that hunter paces are fun, running through the country, I think he's going to end up being a star. He's still fairly young. He's what, 12? No, he's 13. He's 13 this year. He's still got life in him to do good stuff. We just want to make sure that everything we do is because we have an agreement about it, and he has a lot of opinions about things, and he's got a lot of vices that are what result in kind of emotional damage from the life of a racehorse. But We're getting there, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on, let's go for a walk. My little bear at the end of the aisle there, well, I better wait for him to shop to catch up. I don't want him trotting. Finally, I want him trotting. Why don't you just stay there, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. We're really scarring up the pavement here with the boring shoes. Hey, dude, I gotta go anyway, so. So he's already rolled a bunch of times, and the new shavings in the stall he's about to go into. So hopefully he'll not need to roll